Hey dreamers, welcome back to my channel. This is Dreamers TV and I'm your girl Pebbles, and today I'm back with another video discussing Disney hot topics. If you are new here and you love Disney, you like to do traveling, family friendly activities, just have a good time, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click that bell notification so you can be notified of my upcoming videos. And if you are already a subscriber, thanks for coming back and continuing to watch these videos on my channel. So today I am back with another video discussing Disney topics, and today we are going to discuss a couple of items that have been in the news lately in relation to Disney. And so the first topic I want to discuss is a little bit on the brighter side, and that is Fantasmic is returning to Walt Disney World in November. I'm really excited, although I will not be able to attend this year. I don't have any more Disney trips planned this year, but I am very excited for it to return for those who will have the opportunity to go in November. Fantasmic is one of the best shows I have experienced at Walt Disney World. I have only experienced it once, and I don't know what took me so long to go see that show. It was very fun for me and my family. It's like when I went to the show and I left, I just felt the Disney magic, and it was just such a great show and experience. All the characters are involved in the show. The fireworks, the music, the soundtrack of Fantasmic is just, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. So I am very excited, and I'm sure many of you are excited that Fantasmic is making a return in November. So that's some very good news. And you know, let me know down in the comments if you have had the chance to experience Fantasmic. What are your thoughts on it? Do you love the show? Can you take it or leave it? Let me know what you think. But it is definitely something that I can't wait to be able to experience again. My first time and only time going was in 2018. So yeah, that's the good news. And so now we're going to get into the other topic that it has been hot in the news this week. And I'm sure most of you all have heard about it, or you know, seen an announcement on other social media channels, or even been discussing it in a lot of Disney groups. But so I'm sure you all have heard about the changes that are coming to Disney Plus. I have an article here that I'm going to read if you haven't. So new Disney Genie Plus prices will now vary by date. So at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. So what that means is that if it's a more popular date, like a holiday or a weekend, something like that, close to a holiday, the prices will probably cost more. And then, you know, like they do it with the daily tickets now. Depending on where you're going, the price of the ticket is different. So at Walt Disney World, the Genie Plus price now varies. It was $15 plus tax per person a day, but now it will range from $15 to $22 plus tax a person per day. So, and then at Disneyland, Genie Plus ticket add-on is now $25 a person per day, which is going up from $20. And so the Genie Plus, you all know, is an add-on to your ticket to be able to basically purchase fast passes or lightning lanes, or what they call it now. And you can only purchase the add-on. At first you can do it in advance, then they change it to where you can only purchase it on that day, which I think is, you know, a better way to go about it. That way, you know, when you get in there, if you feel like you need it, instead of purchasing it in advance and you get there and it's a light day or a rainy day, and you see that you really don't need it because the lines aren't long. So I was okay with the change to it being only available on a day of. But the price increase with everything that's been going up at Disney, this is just, I'm just kind of like really over it at this point. Fast passes were free, and then they brought them back, and then it's $15 per person per day, and now that's going up too. And most of us that don't live in Florida travel to Disney most of the time during a weekend or a holiday. So I'm pretty sure anytime I did visit Disney, it's probably going to be close to that $22 a person per day. And that is just all very discouraging. Ever since Genie Plus has come out, I have utilized the service, and I'm kind of at the point, you know, the 2 times that I did use it, one of the times I felt like it was unnecessary for me to have, because I did purchase it in advance, and then when I got to Magic Kingdom, it ended up being a rainy day, and most of the rides were walk-on. So like that was a waste of, I have a family of 4, so at that time it was like $60. It was a waste of $60. I didn't need it. So that's why, you know, I was in favor of the same day purchase. And then my recent trip in June was when I did it again, and I used it at Animal Kingdom. And that time I felt like it was worth the money because we went to the park later in the day. But with Genie Plus, once you purchase it, you can start making reservations at 7 a.m. whether you're in the park or not. And so I was able to do the stacking method, where I chose a time later in the day and then booked a lightning lane every 2 hours after that. So once I arrived to the park, we already had like 3 or 4 lightning lanes lined up, just ready to go, and we hit attractions, and then on the 2 hours we was able to book another one. So Genie Plus worked for us well in that particular circumstance when we arrived late. Had we gotten to Animal Kingdom early in the day at opening, I don't think it would have been worth it, because Animal Kingdom doesn't have a lot of rides, and then if you get there early, most of the rides are walk on anyway, and I feel like we would have been able to do everything that we did if we got there early throughout the day. We could have hit everything in Animal Kingdom just by getting there at rope drop. That rope drop still works, I believe. I really think that rope drop is still the best way to get in the most amount of rides, and that if you do it that way, you really don't need Genie Plus. I think that Genie Plus works well if you are going to be getting to the parks later in the day and can do that stacking method. But is it worth, which will be now 20, 40, 60, 80, an extra $100 already on top of, and sometimes if you go to the parks, the ticket is like $180 for a one-day pass. So now you're potentially spend almost $300 on park tickets, because that's an extra $100. That would be over an extra $100 for my family, or almost $100 extra on top of our park tickets. Not per person, but just, you know, all included in the cost. And it's just, I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, okay, am I going to stop going to Disney? I'm just going flat out, no. I'm not going to stop visiting Disney. But am I going to start modifying how often I go and what I do when I go? Yes, I am. I've already started, actually. At first, you know, when I would take my trips, we would try to go to as many parks as possible. Now we pick 1, maybe 2 parks, and we chill out at the resort, or we may go hop over to Universal and go to Wizarding World, because I'm also a big Harry Potter fan. So now I'm finding the last few times I've gone to Disney, that's been the plan. We choose 1, maybe 2 parks to do some resort time, spend time at Disney Springs. I feel like Disney Springs is an attraction in itself. And then we do a day at Universal. That has been the way we've done it, and I feel like that's what we're gonna, you know, continue to do. Each trip, pick a Disney park, or pick some activities that we want to do at Disney, and split our time between other attractions at in Orlando. Also, I'm also considering maybe not going every year anymore. Maybe every other year, or doing an adult trip you know, and then do a family trip. Like, just trying to find some type of way to skim down on the cost, because Disney really is climbing up there in the cost of, you know, with resorts going up. I remember when I first stayed at Pop Century, we stayed there for $110 a night. Pop Century, ever since they built the Skyway thing, ever since they built that, Pop Century is like 200 plus a night. I've even heard some people say it's like $270 a night, and that's just ridiculous. It's supposed to be a value resort. And then Caribbean Beach, I stayed there for like $250, $270, something like that. Caribbean Beach is almost $400 a night now. And in the past, we were DVC members. We recently sold our real estate at DVC because it's just costing too much to go now. Even though our stay would be covered, park tickets and dining and just everything is just going up. Flights to get there now, it's hard to find those really cheap flights. You have to really, you don't have the flexibility to go if you want a good flight. So things are just inflation all around, and Disney is just, you know, not giving us off the hook at all. So I was just really disheartened to hear that, because Genie Plus just came out. Like, it's coming up on a year, or it might just be right at a year that it's been out, and they're already increasing it. But hey, I guess it's working out for them. People are purchasing it, and of course they're always gonna look for ways to get more money out of us. I even heard you know, someone mentioned that what they're trying to do is price some people out so it can be less people in the parks. And you know, I hate that. But so that's just where I'm coming from. I'm, you know, kind of feeling frustrated and disheartened. I love Disney so much, so I'm probably never gonna, you know, stop going, but I will be modifying how often I go and how my vacations look when I travel there now. Just because, you know, we're starting to get to the point where we're kind of getting priced out. So yeah, that's where, you know, what I wanted to discuss today. I put on the teacups because, yeah, this is like my tea with this Disney price increase of the Genie Plus. So let me know down in the comments, how do you feel about this new price increase with the Genie Plus? Have you had a chance to use it? What are your thoughts? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think that that's fair for it to go up to $22 a day on a holiday weekend or something like that, kind of like they're doing the park tickets? Are you okay with that? If you're over at Disneyland, are you okay with the $5 price increase? Another thing that I just want to mention really quick is that they took away the photo pass, I believe, that came with getting the Max Pass over at Disneyland. Did they keep the photo pass, or did they take that away? So I think that was another thing that I read too. When you get the Max Plus, it used to come with your pictures, but now they took that away. So it's a lot of that going on. They're raising costs and taking things away, and that just gets frustrating. So I'll get off my soapbox and my rant. Let me know, you know, down in the comments, you know, let's engage. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do have your vacations started to become modified, or are you just like, you know, okay with everything and able to you agree with the price increases and things like that? And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another Disney topic. Thanks.